Today we are going to extend and apply the knowledge that we gained in part one of the video relating multiplication and division. So this is part two. We're going to use what we learned to solve problems involving the area of rectangles. So our learning objective for today is I can solve problems involving area of rectangles by applying understanding of the relationship between multiplication and division. Here are the Common Core standards that are aligned to this objective. So let's review. Multiplication and division are inverse operations. That means they're the opposite of one another. So we can use what we know about multiplication to help us solve the unknown in a division problem. For example, to solve 24 divided by 6, we can think how many 6's is equal to 24. We could count by 6 4 times, and that gets 24. So 24 divided by 6 equals 4, and 6 times 4 equals 24. Now let's build our skill. So this is a great time for you to open up your Teams app and take some notes in the notebook section on Teams, or you can get a notebook of paper and pencil at home and just jot this information down so as a reference. So if you're having a hard time solving some problems with area, you can go back and look at your notes to help you. To find the area of a rectangle, you must multiply the length times the width. Area is measured in square units. So that can be square feet, it could be square inches, square meters, whatever unit is being used, you have to square it because you have to multiply the unit as well. The formula for area is A equals L times W. Here's a little picture example. Again, you can draw this in your notebook. You can copy this in Teams. So let's keep learning. What if we know the area of a rectangle, but one of the side lengths is missing? How could we find the missing side length? For example, what is the length of a rectangle that has an area of 48 square feet and a width of 8 feet? So let's draw a model to try to solve this problem. I know that the area of my rectangle is going to be 48 square feet. 48 square feet. They also told me that the width of that rectangle is 8 feet. It's 8 feet wide. And so I need to know how long or what's the length of my rectangle. So I can apply the formula area equals length times width. So I know the area is 48. I know that the width is 8, and I don't know what the length is. So I've set up my equation. Sorry, make sure I put the units. That's always important. Feet. 48 square feet. And so now that I have my units attached, I can keep going. So to solve this, I can say 48 divided by 8 is going to equal my length, or I can say that 8 times the length is going to equal 48. So I can think about how many 8s are there in 48 square feet. How many times can I add 8 feet to equal 48 square feet? So now I'm going to draw my tape diagram. And I know I'm making groups of 8. I know that I need to equal 48. So here's a group of 8. That's 8. Second group, that's 16. 4, 5. So I'm going to think about that. I know I can make at least 5 groups of 8 because 8 times 5 is going to give me 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 times 5 is going to give me 40. And I know another 8 is equal to 48. So I can use my 5 fact to think about, okay, how can I get close to 48? I know 8 times 5 is 40. So I know I need at least 5. And then if I add another 8, that's 48. So let me go ahead and plug it in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 8. So let's see if that's true. So let's think about, is that true? Is 6 groups of 8 equal to 48? 6 times 8 equals 48. So let's plug it in to our division sentence and see 48 divided by 8 equals 6. It says 6 groups of 8 equals 48, and 48 divided by 8 in each group is 6 groups. Our numbers are matching up. We can make a fact family. We have a picture to show that it's true. And so now we know that the length of our rectangle is 6 feet. So now that we've drawn the model and we have proven how many groups of 8 equal 48, we can write an answer statement. So our answer statement would be, since 48 divided by 8 equals question mark, and 6 times the question mark is 48, I know that 6 eighths is equal to 48. The width of the rectangle is 6 feet. So let's apply what we just learned. Work with a partner. You can ask your parent for help, or you can work independently. Go back and refer to your notes if you need help. Given that the rectangle's area, find the unknown side length. So this first rectangle has an area of 80 square feet, and it has a length of 8 feet and a width of X feet. So we know how long it is, but we don't know how wide it is. How do we find the width? How do we find out what X is? And if this rectangle has a length of X feet and a width of 12 feet, think about what multiplication or division sentence you can write to figure out this missing side length. So if you wrote a fact family, or if you wrote a division or multiplication sentence, you would have found out that 8 times 10 is 80 feet, or 80 divided by 8 is equal to 10. And in this rectangle, 36 divided by 12 is equal to 3, or 3 times 12 is 36. Here's another application problem. I want you to create 3 different rectangles with an area of 24 square inches. Make sure you write a multiplication and division sentence to prove your answer. So I'm going to show you the rectangles that I was able to create with 24 square inches. And I want you to take a picture and submit your multiplication and division sentences that match each one of these rectangles. Challenge. This time, I want you to challenge your brain. I want you to think about how to apply the understanding that you've gained watching this video to solve this problem. Jackson's rectangular bedroom has an area of 90 square feet. The area of his bedroom is 9 times that of his rectangular closet. If the closet is 2 feet wide, what is the length? I want you to think about how you can solve this problem. Think about what you know. Think about what you're trying to find out. Take a picture of your work and submit on Teams, or you can send me a text message with that work, and your work will be graded. You can receive some additional points for this challenge exercise. So I encourage all of you to do your best to complete this problem. Think about what you can draw. Think about what you need to write. Think about the relationship between multiplication and division. If the area of his bedroom is 90 square feet, and that is 9 times the area of his closet, they gave you the closet's width, you need to find the closet's length. In this lesson, you have learned how to solve problems involving area of rectangles by applying understanding of the relationship between multiplication and division. Remember, you can use multiplication to help you solve the unknown in a division problem.